Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. I'm just laughing because I'm looking at these comments here in the chat. You guys are just so fantastic, honestly. Anyway, Tuesday, February 20th, 2024, post-market report. Let's start off with the market here. Really a nothing day. Some losses from the major indexes today, and nothing major going on. 10-year yield not moving, 4.27. The dollar did fall on a relative strength basis today. Gold feeling a little pressure. Crude oil under a little pressure today. Silver put on a gain, not much, just some anyway. Bitcoin, crypto is relatively flat as well. So I'm going to say this is kind of a nothing day. I mean, it's kind of interesting despite the news. Massive misses with regard to retail sales, which we found out last week. We got multiple major corporations here again talking about more layoffs, and we haven't even begun to see where that's going here. And there's a big reason for that. Look, obviously these major corporations here, they know something they don't want you to know, along with our politicians, the illustrious president, and everything else here. So I want you to think about what I'm about to say here. Hold on one second here. I'm going to turn this off. This is CNBC. Anyway, so I mean, this is no surprise to anybody. No surprise to anybody that follows this blog, but it's really, I mean, this is probably historic, and I can't say that for sure, but this is amazing news. So now it's 22 consecutive months, 22 consecutive months where leading economic indicators have fallen. That is epic, absolutely epic. So in the face of this, and there's no end in sight here. I mean, look, how do I say this another way? It's over. Okay, the global economy is under direct attack by central banks who are trying very successfully to bring the world economy and its people to their knees. And that is unfortunately a plan that is working out exactly as they have planned it out. And again, it's amazing how these institutions are portrayed, especially on CNBC, which I was just watching a moment ago here. CNBC, I mean, and their Steve Leisman, this guy, I mean, he worships the Federal Reserve. The CNBC worships the Federal Reserve. Every syllable out of their mouth is about how the Federal Reserve is trying very hard. They're really working to control inflation. They're working to control the economy and maintain price stability. Really, how is that working out? I don't think it's working out at all. And again, look, who controls the flow of information? Duh. It's obviously the central banks here, and the narrative is incredible. So let's just put a little twist on this, or maybe line things up in the way they should go. We have a global economy which is crumbling by design. We have the consumer crushed. What did we find out just today? Household debt hit a new record high. People are burying themselves in a deeper and deeper hole. Let me just say this to you. If you're in any kind of a hole, let's say a financial hole, the last thing you want to do is keep digging. You understand? You want to get out of that hole. Now, what people are doing here as this neo-feudal system is becoming more real is they're digging. They continue to dig and dig and dig and dig, thinking that things are going to get better for them, and it's not going to. The system is designed to destroy you, me, and everybody else. Okay, but you and me were way too smart for that. People are falling through that trap door, thinking they can borrow their way into prosperity, kind of like this bankrupt nation and every nation around the world that's a slave to its central bank. There's no way to do that. All we're doing here on a macro scale is burying ourselves deeper in this hole here, digging and digging and digging, and individuals are doing the same thing, and you know why. We talked about this years ago, how this would play out as this progressed, okay? Prior members of the middle class who are used to a particular lifestyle, well, they want to maintain the illusion of it. Okay, all this is an illusion. Nothing is what it appears to be. You all know that. So what they're doing here is they're just taking on more debt, and these institutions are lending, and at the same time, debt defaults are still at a record high. It's not going to stop, and people are doing this to themselves. It's very, very sad, and I sincerely hope that's not you. Anyway, so the situation is what it is, and it remains very, very dire here. 22 consecutive months of economic indicators, every single one pointing that, saying that the next one is going to be even worse. And that's exactly what's happening. And the propaganda, if you just go through the mainstream media, there's articles usually posted right on the front page about how great things are, how strong the economy is, how inflation is coming down, which it is not. I mean, just go to the Federal Reserve's own website, and they'll show you a chart right on the Federal Reserve's website. It's still rising. It's amazing. But again, people don't know where to look. They're kept in a perpetual state of confusion, and because of that, they invariably make the wrong choices because they're paying attention to the mainstream propaganda. You understand? And the propaganda is going to get even worse here. So, number one story today on the economic front, or there are two big ones, is leading economic indicators. Number two, household debt going absolutely crazy. Oh, well, number three, more layoffs. Expect a lot more corporate layoffs moving forward, thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people. Now, there's something else I want you to pay attention to. This is from our illustrious White House over here. They want you to know something, and I want to hear from you on this one. Are you ready? So the White House, this is from the White House. They are saying, or they are trying to sell you on supporting more weapons, more dollars for Ukraine to fight their losing war. They are losing outright. We all know that. Right? The propaganda is telling you the opposite thing. They are losing. Now, the White House is saying that 2 out of every $3 that we send them over there helps our economy. 2 out of every $3 is spent here in the United States. I don't actually buy that. And again, with regard to GDP, sure, send another 60 billion over there, another X billion over to Israel, and of course our own war, which we are in now. And that's going to add a lot to GDP. By the way, so this British ship here that apparently was sunk or not sunk, there's a lot of different reports on what's happening here. I've been looking all day long. Several reports are that it did sink. Several other reports are that it is adrift. It has been abandoned. So there are conflicting reports as to whether or not the ship actually went down or not. And we're never going to know the truth here. Again, it's all going to be propagandized and everything else. Who knows if this even happened? I mean, it's just a mechanism here. Again, it's just no coincidence that we get this statement from the White House about 2 out of every $3. And that's helping us. It's helping the U.S. economy. So let's just fight every war. Let's send every nation on earth that's at war as much money as they need, courtesy of you, which is obviously added to the national debt. So they can't allow you to know that, though. They think you're too stupid to understand that, but I guess that's it. Anyway, what else did I write here? How about this? These electric vehicle manufacturers seem to all be doing the same thing, and that is marking down the prices of these vehicles. I don't think the public is ready for them yet, and I don't think that the technology is there, honestly. So I think they're overplaying their hands to a large degree, but I guess we'll have to see how that plays out moving forward. Anyway, my beautiful friends, what do you think? What do you think about all this stuff here? It's kind of interesting, isn't it? I don't know about you. I enjoy following it. What bothers me is they think we're all stupid. They really, really believe that we're imbeciles of the highest order, that we can't put things together. You understand? Most people, unfortunately, are in that spot. They're being entertained watching whatever they got to do, not paying attention to anything else that's going on. That's deliberate, obviously. And the people being sucked dry, and they're allowing this to happen. to themselves because they don't want to take a few moments of their time. They'd rather, watch some dude lick a toilet bowl or eat a Tide Pod or whatever it might be, than to understand what's happening to them and where this is all going. They're all polarized. It's the red versus the blues. It's the these people hating these people, and they're all locked into it. They're all locked into it, but not you and me. And that gives us such an edge, man. Such a freaking edge. It's pretty incredible stuff. Red Lava knows, Magic Mika knows, all my friends are here. Now, before I let you go, is there anything specific? You can vote Trump all you want. You think that's going to save America? How did it work out last time? He sure made the Federal Reserve more powerful, didn't he? The last three presidents, they deserve. Let's give the last three presidents a big hand, because these last three presidents did more to empower the Federal Reserve than every single president before them combined. It's an incredible thing. And the next thing, whoever sits behind the resolute desk, number one, is going to be a traitor of the highest order, because they will sell us all out, more so to the Federal Reserve. Count on it. Just remember those words here. It will happen. They have a stranglehold on the world, and there is no way out of it. Honestly, it's a terrible thing to say, but it's the truth. Anyway, you like Tech Tuesday, Moonraker? I think they're cute. People get a lot out of them, and I like doing that stuff. I hope all of you are following me on Instagram. It's a pretty cool thing. It's way, way, way different than this. It's about race cars. It's about fun. I mean, we have fun here too. But vote Biden. Don't even mention that name to me. I can't stand it. I want to vomit. I actually got nauseated when you even said that. I know there's whenever I talk bad about Trump or Biden, I get attacked. Biden has a very large support group. You have to believe me. I lose subscribers all the time when I talk about him. When I say the illustrious freaking thing and I call him a creature and a puke and a ominous mass, I get emails of hatred like you can't believe. Oh, Greg, you don't know what you're talking about. He's a good man. Blah, blah, blah. You'd be very surprised. When you sit in this seat, you get to see things maybe a little differently. But, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go out on a little bit of a limb here, and this is going to be not good at multiple levels. But I'm going to talk about from one level, from a market standpoint. It appears to me the way things stand right here and now, especially because there's a few things that are going on, Biden's going to be selected yet again. Biden will be selected again. The market is going to be punished from that. Let me just say that. The initial reaction is going to, in my opinion, okay, if the thing sitting now behind the resolute desk remains, and I think it looks like he will, at least at this point, what I'm going to do, I already told you what I'm going to do, but I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to pull out of this market. I am going to sell it all because I think the potential here for the market wants Trump. The market wants Trump. I already told you this from multiple levels here. Trump will lower the corporate tax rate. Trump will make sure that these corporate fat cats get even fatter. All right. That's fact. Trump will make sure that the Federal Reserve does not raise rates at all. He'll make sure that the Fed lowers rates, and that's massively stock market positive. It will also allow the Federal Reserve to inflate even more, okay? So, and become even more powerful. And so Trump, massively stock market positive, corporate positive, 1 or 2% positive, big time, that's the way it's going to play out. And I think if the market doesn't get Trump, it's going to have a tantrum. The market's going to have a tantrum. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Isn't it beautiful? Anyway, it's good to have this kind of knowledge, I think, ahead of time here. And again, we'll see how this whole freaking freak show plays out. Anyway, with that, people, look, this guy, and I mean this well, I love all of you so much from the heart. And whether I know, like when I talk bad about Biden, these people hate me. When I even mention the name of Trump, whatever I say, people hate me for that too, because they think the guy, walks on water, he's sent from the Lord above. There's that whole group too. But look, I'm here saying what's on my mind. You know who I am. I don't sugarcoat a damn thing. And That's the way I'm gonna keep it's I roll that way. I think we all roll that way. Right, Alan Greenspan? Oh man, I love all you people, man. You people are so great. I can't thank all of you enough for being here with me. Like I said, some of you have been with me for over a decade, and it's amazing. And to have that friendship, those connections that we make here, it's a family as far as I'm concerned. All right, look, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for support, your friendship, your love, for those thumbs up. I appreciate that too. Cover I want to hear from you. What do you think about this? Why do you think war is expanding the way it is? I'm going to tell you, because every single leading economic indicator, every single one now for 22 consecutive months is in free fall. You think that there's going to be a miracle here? This is all of a sudden going to turn around and wars are going to end and money printing is going to end and all this other nonsense? How about no? And, just real quick before I let you go, I already told you, but I'm really zoning in here on 2 months here, maybe even just one, with regard to where rate cuts are going to start. I think the most likely scenario, I've been saying May, June. I think it's still a 50-50 shot, but I'm saying probably, you know what? Let's just say May, June, because I'm not ready. Maybe June, all right? June was what I was going to say, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's May. And the weaker the economy gets, the worse off things get. The more likely, in my view, the market is seeing that the Fed's going to cut rates, and that's going to be obviously the market's going to have an orgasm, multiple orgasms over that. More easy money, really? That's what created the freaking situation that we're in right now. It's completely out of control, and big part here. Obviously, the last three things sitting behind the Resolute desk, they have made sure that the Fed has become the pinnacle of power right now, and they run it all. It's pretty true. It's pretty obvious. All right, look, love you a lot. See you in the morning, and well, that's it.